fascinated by hypnosis? And is it even real? Hey, I'm Mike Sweet from mikesweet.co.uk, giving you the edge in life and business with NLP and psychology. Now, today is all about understanding hypnosis. Now, this is something that's really close to me because I've been a hypnotherapist since 2006, 2007, and I've used it on hundreds and hundreds of cases and with lots of different people in lots of different applications. But it's still deemed by so many as, is it even real? Is it like sorcery? Is it a placebo? Is it something that you have to believe in? In fact, I had someone that called me up saying, I'd like to come and see you for whatever it was. And he started by saying, this is something I believe in, quite a lot like tarot cards. And I thought, there's enough science to show that hypnosis doesn't necessarily just need believing in, it's a real thing. So what I want to start off with is understanding what hypnosis is. So let's look at it from a therapeutic angle, hypnotherapy to hypnosis to help treat someone, to allow someone to overcome an issue. Now, firstly, hypnosis, the hypno part, is really a natural state of awareness. So much so, I've got a nice succinct description of what is hypnosis from Wikipedia. Sorry to use wiki, but hey, gotta love it. And that says, hypnosis is a state of human consciousness involving focused attention and reduced peripheral awareness and enhanced capacity for a response to a suggestion. Now that's the key piece, isn't it? An enhanced capacity for a response to a suggestion. You know, that's that bit when someone clicks their fingers and says, act like a chicken. Or they carry out the hypnosis part, and in therapy they say, you'll find that you're feeling fuller for longer, or you'll find that you no longer want an attachment to drink, or whatever it might be. It's that enhanced capacity to absorb a suggestion. Now that's really the magic. So how does that work? The first piece is to understand that hypnosis is nothing special. You'll have been in a hypnotic state today, I guarantee it. It's just a heightened state of awareness or a different state of awareness, different state of focus. When you go off daydreaming, that is hypnosis. In fact, one of the many analogies that people use for hypnosis is the driving analogy, the one where you may be driving a very similar route to work or wherever it may be. You jump in your car, you drive 10, 15, 20 minutes, and when you get to your destination, you have got no recollection at all of the journey. What car were you behind? Did you stop at the roundabout? Did you manage to go straight through the traffic lights, or was it on red? Did you have to stop at any zebra crossings? What did you notice? More often than not, people do their journeys unconsciously. They're in a state of hypnosis, a state of trance. So that explains the state of awareness that hypnosis is normally. It's just a where you're going on unconsciously and you're in a bit of a daydream. Now that is a state of hypnosis. Now the clever piece is, not only did you get there unconsciously, relying on your unconscious, but something more often than not can happen. And that is throughout the day or for the next couple of days, you're humming a song that you don't know where you heard that from. Why is that in my mind? Where's that from? Well, it was put in there whilst you're in hypnosis, whilst your attention was elsewhere and your unconscious mind was open. The radio was perhaps playing. And as the radio was playing, a certain song was playing. And that song, without your conscious awareness, went in, got stored, created a hum, and sure as eggs are eggs, for the next 24 hours, 40 hours, whatever it might be, until the next time something goes in without your conscious awareness. That starts to replay. See, and that's where that magic happens. How do you implant a suggestion, then have that suggestion repeat upon itself? It happens to us naturally. So whenever you go and see a hypnotherapist, let's keep on the therapy angle. A hypnotherapist will be looking to create trance in you. Now, trance, again, it's quite a funky term, but it's this state of relaxation, this state of openness, this state of bypassing the critical faculty, that part of you that questions everything. The idea is to put a suggestion in, it goes past that bit. So when someone says, act like a chicken or don't drink the wine, rather than you say, no, why should I? It bypasses that critical piece. And that is really what the hypnotherapist is trying to do. So they'll create trance on one of many ways, and it could be boredom, it could be monotony, it could be confusion, it could be overload, it could be shock. All of these things create trance and create the possibility to implant a suggestion. Now, of course, in nearly all cases, the suggestion that is implanted needs to be within your morals, within your ethics, to be able to follow through. There are ways to get someone to increasingly go through with things that they wouldn't normally do through other stuff that we cover, using the commitment and consistency principle. The yes set familiarity, that can be something that's created, but typically a response or a suggestion can only be carried out if it's something that aligns with one's moral compass, if that makes sense. So I want to give you one more example of hypnotherapy and how these suggestions going in, and the critical faculty, because that's a bit of a bizarre term. And it's something I heard a while back, a good few years back, and a chap was saying that hypnosis, or your brain, is a bit like a nightclub. At the time, that suited me because I used to go to lots of nightclubs. And the idea was that the brain, the unconscious mind, was like the nightclub. Lots of stuff going on, happening all by itself, without much thought, and it all working in total harmony. Now, the bouncers on the front door are like the critical faculty. They decide what's going to come in and what's going to go out. So if a suggestion comes to the door and they don't like it, they say, sorry, you're not coming in. So as I mentioned, it's the hypnotist's job to bypass the critical faculty. And that can be done by, as I've mentioned, shock, overload, boredom, confusion, monotony. So let's just carry on with that analogy. Perhaps 2 or 3 people approach the bouncers. How do they then get past that they need to get in? Now, if a fight breaks out in the car park, the bouncers may need to leave the doorway open, leaving the critical faculty open. That would be something that is an overload. There's only so much they can cope with, so certain stuff gets through. Now, you may hear certain clever linguists who would be able to talk to the bouncers in such a way that they can send them off in their own level of trance by boredom or intrigue or a different level of focus, which would allow the suggestion to go in. So just think about your brain's a bit like a nightclub and your bouncers are just trying to look after you. But hypnosis is absolutely real and it can absolutely be used. So think, what would you do if you could implant a suggestion to help yourself? How would that change your outcome? Hope you've enjoyed that brief video about understanding hypnosis, a little skim level of how suggestions can be implanted. I hope you've got something to take away from that. Now remember, with NLP and psychology and all the stuff that I go through, there's no way to really implement this practically in your life just by watching, listening, reading, whatever it might be. It needs to be something you take hold of and apply. And if you're wondering how to do that, pop over to mikesweet.co.uk/sign up and sign up to the newsletter there. And once a week, you'll be sent a guide to help you implement all of these tips, strategies and ideas into your daily business and personal lives to really begin to get the edge, because I'm sure you can see how powerful they can be. So I hope you've really enjoyed today and you've got some value from watching this. Remember, please do like, please do share, and please do comment. And remember, I can find me on social media too at Mike C. Sweet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Let's connect. Bye for now.